Sunday, April 8th, 2013, and you're on the list. At number 1 on the list of stories everyone's talking about, remembering a baroness. Former British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher passed away this morning after suffering a stroke. The 87-year-old Iron Lady was the first and only woman to serve as Prime Minister in Britain's history. Never at a loss for a quick-witted quip, Thatcher once said, "If you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman." Thatcher was portrayed in scores of films, songs, and plays, from James Bond to Billy Elliot and Meryl Streep's Academy Award-winning role in The Iron Lady.
Watch your character, for it becomes your destiny.
In 1973, Thatcher told the BBC she didn't think there'd be a female prime minister in her lifetime. 6 years later, she had the job and served for 11 years, longer than any other British leader in history for the century. I spoke with political commentator Malcolm Outloud about Thatcher's impact. So Malcolm, what will she most be remembered for?
Well, she was iconic, and she'll be remembered for her persistence. She was a trailblazer. There was nobody like Margaret Thatcher.
And sadly, another passing. Annette Funicello, one of the most popular musketeers on Disney's original Mickey Mouse Club, died this morning at the age of 70. She became hugely popular in the 60s with a string of cult beach movies. She went public with her diagnosis of multiple sclerosis 20 years ago, and it eventually robbed her of the ability to walk and talk. Reports say she fell into a coma in a Bakersfield, California hospital and never regained consciousness. At number 2, the end of madness.
Albrecht off the bench with a 3, and he too!
It's the birds against the beasts tonight as the Cardinals of Louisville attack the Wolverines of Michigan. Trey Burke will lead the charge for 4-seed Michigan. Russ Smith stars for number 1 Louisville. They tip off tonight at 9:23 Eastern in the Georgia Dome.
Hancock driving in again. Beautiful!
The women's finals are tomorrow and also feature Louisville. At number 3, stars for sale on Facebook. The social media site is now offering access to celebrities for a price in the UK. As part of what Facebook calls an experiment, users can pay about $17 to dive into a conversation with Olympic swimmer Tom Daley, or pay less for Prince Harry's girlfriend, Cressida Bonas. The price of contacting your favorite celeb is tied to their popularity.
If that celebrity is incredibly popular, the cost of doing business with that person is going to go up. And so it's going to really limit the people who are trying to contact that person, because not everyone's going to be willing to spend $100 just to get a message delivered.
This is all part of a plan that allows users to contact anyone outside of their circle of friends for $1. No word on whether stars will click like on your postings if you click like on enough of theirs. By the way, if you have any complaints, you can message Mark Zuckerberg himself for just $100.
At number 4, flying the grumpy skies. According to the U.S. Transportation Department, the number of complaints about airline service has jumped nearly 20% in the past year. Flight delays, cancellations, reservation problems, shrinking seats, overbooked flights, jacked up fees. What's got passengers in the biggest huff? I talked to travel insider Johnny Jett. What can we do as consumers to improve our airline experience?
You know, you gotta prepare better. So you gotta check in 24 hours in advance. When you book your ticket, try and get the aisle seat that you want or the window seat. So if you prepare, you can have a great experience. I mean, there's a lot of fuss over nothing.
United Airlines got the most complaints. Virgin America and JetBlue fared the best. See the full list on thelistshow.tv. And at number 5, a sticky-fingered heist. Robbers successfully infiltrated a parked trailer in a central German village over the weekend and made off with, kid you not, 5.5 tons of the famous chocolate hazelnut spread Nutella. The Nutella was worth $20,000 and a blood sugar level of 300. Now you're caught up, clued in, and sugar glazed on the top of the list.
Nutella. Breakfast never tasted this good.